What started as a lively celebrity guest appearance quickly descended into one of the most unexpected and uncomfortable moments in daytime television history. When Jennifer Lawrence stormed off the set of The View following a heated and very public clash with Joy Behar, Jennifer, invited to promote her new politically charged film, arrived full of her usual charisma-cracking jokes, sharing funny behind-the-scenes stories and winning over the audience within minutes. But midway through the conversation, the energy in the room began to shift. The transition from film talk to real-world topics like gender politics, Hollywood's role in social discourse and privilege came quickly, and Jennifer, always outspoken, dove in passionately. Her candid comments about political responsibility, reproductive rights, and media bias were met with applause from some of the hosts. But Joy Behar, known for her brash counterpoints, didn't hold back. When Joy quipped that actors should maybe act, not lecture the rest of us, the temperature in the room dropped dramatically. Jennifer, not one to sidestep confrontation, immediately pushed back, saying that she wasn't lecturing anyone. She was using her voice to stand up for things that mattered to her, and that silence had never solved a thing. She added pointedly, "If we can spend our careers pretending to be other people, why? Can't we spend 2 minutes being ourselves?" The audience gave a small round of applause, but Joy interrupted, implying that many celebrities come off as detached from everyday life, especially when they preach from Hollywood mansions. That line clearly struck a nerve. Jennifer's jaw clenched slightly before she calmly said, "You don't know where I came from, Joy, so don't assume I've always been behind a velvet rope." Joy doubled down, smirking, "I know where. Your tax bracket is now, though." It was the kind of remark designed to provoke, and this time, it worked. Jennifer's tone shifted completely. She leaned forward and said, "I didn't come here to be belittled for caring about people." The tension in the studio became palpable. The other hosts tried to move the conversation along, but Jennifer and Joy were already locked in a back and forth that felt deeply personal. When Joy sarcastically asked if Jennifer believed she had real political insight just because she starred in a political thriller, Jennifer didn't hesitate. She replied, "No, but I know how to listen, read, and feel compassion. And right now you're doing none of that." The audience responded with nervous laughter and a few cheers, unsure of where this was all headed. The atmosphere, once casual and charming, now felt charged and volatile. Joy shook her head and said, "Look, Jen, you're talented, but that doesn't mean we all have to treat you like the oracle of truth." Jennifer, visibly upset but trying to remain composed, looked directly at Joy and responded, "This isn't about being an oracle, it's about being a person who gives a damn." The exchange grew sharper, and it was clear that Jennifer had reached her boiling point. She attempted to circle back to the film, trying to steer the discussion towards storytelling and how cinema reflects society. But Joy interrupted again, with a dismissive comment about celebrities needing to stop making everything political. Jennifer paused for a long moment before saying, "Everything is political when your rights are on the line, especially for women, especially now." That was followed by dead silence from the hosts and a few audible wows from the studio audience. At that point, Whoopi tried to step in, offering a diplomatic segue about the importance of diverse opinions. But Joy wasn't finished. She muttered, "Well, if actresses want to run the world, maybe they should run for office." That was it. Jennifer shook her head, took off her microphone, and quietly said, "Thanks, but I'm not here to be insulted." Without another word, she stood up and walked off the set. Producers backstage scrambled to respond as Jennifer disappeared from camera view. Some followed her, trying to convince her to stay or return for a closing segment, but she was done. According to sources on set, she told the team that she felt ambushed and dismissed and that she had no intention of coming back to finish a show where her views were mocked on air. Meanwhile, the host sat in stunned silence before cutting to an awkward commercial break. When the show resumed, Joy brushed off the incident with a smug well. That was dramatic, prompting visible discomfort from co-hosts like Sunny Hostin and Anna Navarro, who offered no laughter or applause. Within minutes, clips of Jennifer's dramatic exit flooded social media. Fans around the world weighed in, most expressing support for her courage and slamming the segment as hostile and tone-deaf. The View found itself once again at the center of a storm, one it had clearly underestimated. Asterisk by the end of the day. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram were ablaze with hashtags like hashtag Justice for Jennifer and hashtag Behar vs. Lawrence. Some viewers celebrated Jennifer's walkout as an act of bravery, while others accused her of being too sensitive. Entertainment reporters rushed to cover the story, dissecting every word exchanged between the two women. Media outlets released think pieces asking whether Joy Behar had finally crossed the line, and if the View's trademark tension had turned into something toxic. Jennifer's publicist issued a brief statement, thanking fans for their support and reiterating that Jennifer stands by everything she said. Joy, for her part, went quiet online. ABC didn't issue a statement immediately, fueling even more speculation. About behind-the-scenes fallout? Insider leaks suggested that tensions between the hosts and producers were at an all-time high, with some calling the moment one of the show's most regrettable. Asterisk, what was meant to be a simple morning show appearance had now become a flashpoint in the ongoing culture war between celebrity activism and media cynicism. Some argued that Jennifer should have anticipated the hostility after all. The View is known for fiery exchanges and unfiltered opinions. Others countered that no guest, no matter how famous or outspoken, should be subjected to passive-aggressive dismissal disguised as banter. Hollywood peers came to Jennifer's defense, including several actresses who praised her for standing her ground. Within a few days, clips of her confrontation were being used in university debate classes, media, ethics discussions, and political roundtables. The incident took on a life of its own, as most public clashes do in the digital age, with memes, edits, and dramatic reenactments going viral across platforms. Asterisk, meanwhile, Joy returned to the show with a typical shrug, making jokes about needing to baby-proof the table before future interviews. But not everyone was laughing. Her critics accused her of dodging accountability, and calls for an on-air apology grew louder. ABC eventually released a lukewarm statement about valuing passionate discussions, but stopped short of criticizing any of the hosts. Jennifer, on the other hand, stayed away from the media for several weeks. Her next public appearance was at a charity gala where she delivered a short, heartfelt speech about the importance of speaking up even when it's uncomfortable. The audience gave her a standing ovation, which many interpreted as a quiet message of support after the drama. Asterisk, the View's ratings temporarily spiked from the controversy. But longtime viewers voiced concerns about the show's direction, felt the hosts had become more interested in provoking guests than fostering meaningful dialogue. Jennifer's experience reignited the conversation around how women, especially vocal, successful women, are treated in media settings when they don't back down or play nice. She later said in an interview that while she regretted how the moment unfolded, she didn't regret standing up for what she believed in. And with that, she closed the chapter, refusing to dwell on what she saw as a teachable moment for both herself and the industry. The memory of her calmly standing, refusing to be silenced, became a symbol for many, proving that even in the face of mockery, conviction can walk out with dignity. Asterisk, to this day, Jennifer Lawrence's storm off from The View remains one of the most dramatic moments in recent talk show history. It didn't just reflect a clash of opinions, it revealed the sharp edges of our cultural divides, exposed the line between commentary and condescension, between curiosity and confrontation. While both Jennifer and Joy moved on publicly, the audience didn't forget. And in the ever-spinning cycle of celebrity, media, and politics, the clip remains a powerful reminder of what happens when strong voices refuse to stay quiet, even when the stage they're given tries to talk over them.